Okay, everyone, it's time for our weekly zone cleaning. So this week we are in zone 5, which is the family room. For me, officially for Fly Lady, it says living room / family room. So I don't know, I guess it would be both or either or, whatever you happen to have in your home. So like usual, I always try and give a brief explanation for those of you who might be new to zone cleaning, if you're not sure what it is that I'm referring to. So zone cleaning is part of the Fly Lady method of cleaning. She has a whole system of daily routines and weekly things, and zone cleaning is part of it. So in zone cleaning, your home is basically divided into 5 zones, and each week you work in a different zone of your home. And when you're doing those zones, it's the deep cleaning tasks that you're working on during that week that zone is assigned. So over the course of the month, you'll have accomplished some deep cleaning in every area of your home. And it's supposed to, it just kind of helps keep you working on those things all throughout the course of the year. That way you don't have to worry about doing these big spring cleaning sessions or anything like that, because you're doing those things all through the year a little bit at a time. So the Fly Lady suggests that you work in the designated zone for 15 minutes each day. If you can do that, that's awesome. I would love to do that. It doesn't work for my schedule right now, the way I have other things laid out. So I wind up doing it for a half hour on the weekend or more if I can. I know it's not as much time as is what is supposed to be dedicated to it, but I figure I'm still getting some of the stuff done, and I get done what I can. And it's better to get something done than to not get anything done. So I'm still making progress as I'm working through the zones each week. It might not be as much as the 15 minutes if I did it 7 days a week, but I do as much as I can. So also, as I've said before, to keep track of my cleaning list for each zone, I use the Fly Lady app, which is a free app, but it's I really like it because it's very easy to customize, to put your items in there. It comes pre-set up with the zones tasks that she has kind of predetermined, but you can edit them, you can delete them, you can add your own. So it's really helpful like that. You can also print, people have blank lists on the internet. You could just do a search for Fly Lady zone cleaning template or something like that, and you can create your own like that. Or obviously you could just create your own on regular paper, or you could just write it down. Or you can just listen to the show and follow along each week, which was kind of the reason that I did it. I thought if there was anyone that just didn't have the time or didn't want to have to set up the app or keep a list for themselves, in this episode each week, I tell you the items that I have on my list that I'll be working on, and that can prompt you to maybe think of some things you might need to get done, and you can use that to focus on for the week. Again, don't get stressed out over getting everything done in your zone each week. I don't know if it's even likely or possible, depending on how many things you have. The whole point is just to get something done in those areas. And like I said, these are the deep cleaning tasks, so it's not like if it doesn't get done this week, it's not going to be the end of the world. And the one thing I do is that I will check things off as I get them done, and then I don't reset the list to brand new where everything's unchecked until I have completed everything on the list. So it might take me a few rounds of coming around to say zone 1 before I complete everything on the zone 1 list. But then that way, each time that zone comes around, I'm doing the things that I haven't done in a while because they haven't been checked off. So I work my way through the entire list, and then when I'm done with the entire list, then I'll reset it, and then the next time that zone comes around, then I'll just start over again. So let's see, let's go over what we have in the family room, which, like I said, this week we're in zone 5, which is the family room. So the things that I have on my family room list are to clean the windows, just spray down the glass itself, of course, and then clean the windowsill. We also have a French door in there that has obviously a big window, and that needs to be cleaned also, because the dogs are always, especially that needs to be cleaned because the dogs always jump at that door when they want to be let back in. So that one definitely gets really marked up. So those are I'll be cleaning the windows in the family room. Clean out magazine basket is on the list. So we have a little magazine basket that, when flyers come in, I don't keep most flyers, but if there's certain ones you like to look through, I don't know, sometimes I like to look through the gardening catalogs, or the kids might want to look at like the Zoomies catalog or something like that. So when those things come in, I will just kind of throw them in that basket. So, and then sometimes just random stuff gets put in there. Like, I don't know, if we come back from like a Home Depot or something and we bought some random part that we need, but we're not using it just yet, it'll kind of get tossed in that basket. And I don't know, for whatever reason, things get thrown in there. So periodically, as part of my zone cleaning, I just have to go through the basket, see what's in there, put things where they belong, and throw out any like flyers or magazines or whatever that are outdated. Clean under the couch cushions. So my couch has cushions that are, I think most couches do, you know, the ones that are removable. And when my kids sometimes will eat in there, even though they're not technically supposed to, they're not really allowed, but they'll have snacks and things in there, and then they'll wind up being like wrappers in the cushions, or like crumbs, or, you know, all kinds of a spoon or things like that. So I'll just like pull the cushions all out and just like vacuum out and, you know, pick up anything that might be found under the cushions. I have on here, clean out the fireplace. I won't have to do that currently right now, obviously, because I've done it towards the end of the winter season, and we haven't used our fireplace anymore since then. But when we are using it, we have like a wood burning stove, and then I have to just kind of scoop out the ashes that are in there so they don't accumulate too much, and then just throw them out. So that was something that I had added, which worked out to be like good, because it kept it like, as long as I did it periodically, it just like kept it nice in there. Dust the ceiling fan. So we have like a really high ceiling in our family room, and we have a ceiling fan that's way up there, so it's kind of like annoying to clean. It's a little difficult because even though I bought this really long like dusting tool, for some reason, well, when you hit the blades on the fan, it like pushes the fan. So I just find like it's always so hard to get like a good dusting on those, because the fan keeps moving as you're trying to dust it, and then I try and like switch real quick so I can like catch it coming in the direction where I have the fan, like the dusting tool facing in the other way to get it. But I just find that that's like such a pain in the neck to do, especially with a ceiling fan that's really high. In our kitchen, it's just like a regular height, so I just get up on a chair and I can hold the blade and clean it. But the one in the family room is really annoying, but I do have that on my list for the family room. Wash the throw pillows is on the list. So just, you know, if you have, mine have like a cushion that, cushion cover, pillow cover rather, that just zips off, so it could just like zip off and throw it in the washing machine, and then just put them back on. Dust pictures, if you have like any artwork or like framed photos or anything on the wall. Just a reminder to, you know, that's something I keep on my list, to go around and just kind of maybe spray like the front with like Windex or whatever to clean the glass part, and then just kind of dust off the top ledge of the frame where it might start to get a little bit dusty. It's funny because I actually just added that to my bathroom cleaning list recently, because we have a couple little decorative pictures in our bathroom. And one day I was looking and I saw this like film of dust on the top of one of the picture frames. I'm like, okay, I guess I better add that to my zone cleaning list, because I'm obviously not noticing that. So that's dust pictures. Dust the shelf. We have like a shelf in our family room that has like some decorative things on it, and it's up a little bit higher, so I just have to get a chair and like get up there, take everything off, dust it off, and then put everything back. Dust the blinds. So we have both vertical blinds and horizontal blinds in our family room. So I think what I did last time was I just took like, what the heck did I clean them with? I think I just used like a little dusting. No, you know what I did? I wound up just taking like a microfiber cloth, and just kind of like with the horizontal blinds, I just took like a microfiber cloth and just kind of like went through like each slot. And then the other ones, the vertical blinds, I think I just took like a dusting, like a similar thing like you would use on the fan, and just kind of like went up and down them. I don't know if that's the best way to clean them, but that's what I did. Move the furniture and vacuum or sweep, either one, it doesn't matter. But, you know, just kind of really pulling everything out and getting good back behind the furniture and under the furniture. For some reason, it tends to get like crumbs and dust and everything accumulate back under there. And the one thing I just recently did was pull out, like as part of this, I should really do this every time, but it's such a pain in the neck to do. But like our entertainment center, it's got like so many wires behind it because there's like the TV and there's a sound system and there's like game systems, and then I think there might be like a Amazon Echo, or I don't know, whatever. It seems like there's so many wires back there, and so it's like a nightmare to like pull out and clean. But I did do that the last time I was in the zone, where I actually just like pulled that out and like dusted it and swept really good. So that was a good thing to do for zone cleaning. I felt like I really got like my zone cleaning worth for getting that done that week when I did that. Wash the throw blankets. Like I said before, I don't get hung up on this so much. I used to kind of get real worried about like what ones did I wash more recently and what ones are sitting in the chest that need to be washed, and I don't really worry about it at all, honestly, anymore. Now I just look around, and if there's throw blankets laying on the couch or laying on the floor, because sometimes when the kids get up, the throw blanket goes to the floor and then they just leave the room. But if there's a throw blanket on the floor or on the couch, those are the ones I wash, because I figure those are the ones that are currently being used. So it seems to work out. It's fine. It's not like, if someone pulls one out of the chest and it hasn't been washed recently, it'll wind up getting left out anyway, and then it'll get washed. So that's kind of how I handle, just because we do kind of have a lot of throw blankets for whatever reason. Not like a ton, but we have like a decent amount. We have like a chest, and then we have like an ottoman where blankets can go in, and they both kind of have a decent amount in them. So that's how I've been doing that. And then just dusting all the furniture, if you have any end tables or an entertainment center, just kind of going around and dusting it real good. So that's all I actually have on my family room list for this week. So let me just check. I always like to check the Fly Lady list that she has on her website, just in case there's anything else that might apply to you that I don't have in my list. So she does have clean cobwebs. I don't know why I don't have that on my list. I really should add that, actually, because I do always like to kind of check in the corners, especially in my family room, because like I said, it's a little higher. So once in a while you could get like a little cobweb like up in a corner of a ceiling or whatever. So just check for those. She has straightened bookcases. We don't have a bookcase in the family room, but that might apply to you if you have one that needs to be wiped down, or if maybe you need to go through the books and see if there's any that you can donate, or whatever, straighten them up. She says wash ornaments and knickknacks. So that's just kind of like the same thing like when I do my shelf. It's like kind of where we have some decorative things up there, and I just dust them off as part of doing the shelf. Clean out the end table. We don't have a table that actually has drawers or cabinets in our family room, so I don't have that on my list, but that would be a good one to do if you do have that. Straighten closets or drawers. We don't have a closet in there, but that would definitely be a good one to do if you do have a closet in your family room or living room. She also says wipe fingerprints from walls. I do have that in my living room checklist, but I don't have it in the family room checklist, because we actually have like the walls are like wooden. I don't know how you describe it, but it's like wooden planks, I guess. I don't know, but it's not like painted walls, so we don't really get like fingerprints or anything like that where the walls need to be wiped down in that way. She also has on here clean phone. I guess that would be if you had like a regular house phone that you would just need to like kind of disinfect or whatever, but we actually don't have a house phone. There's 5 people in my house with cell phones, so I figure we're covered. We don't with our phone, so we don't have a house phone anymore. We haven't had one in a couple of years. Let's see. Oh, and then the only other thing she has that I don't have is the shampoo carpet. We have hardwood floors, but that might apply to you if you have carpeting. So that's the list for this week for Zone 5. Just a reminder, like I said before, the whole idea of this is to get things done over time. It's not to stress yourself out to try and think you have to get all of this done. And sometimes there's weeks where life gets crazy and you just can't get any of it done. So just, if you can't, you can't, but you'll get more done the next weekend. I definitely believe in trying to make this a priority. I don't think it should be like every week it's like, oh, I'm too busy, because then the things will get out of hand and then you just have so much cleaning to do. But I do believe in if you just have one of those crazy weeks saying, look, I just can't get to this week. And I've also done if I was in a certain zone and for whatever reason, whatever the tasks were, I just wasn't in the mood to do those things for whatever reason, who knows, I have just worked in another zone because I felt like at least I'm still getting something done. It might not be what was technically assigned for this week, but the fly lady's not going to run over to my house and say, you were supposed to be working in zone 5 this week. So, it's just all about getting these things done in your house over the course of time. So if you're getting something done, it's always better than not getting it done. So feel free to improvise, of course, to make it work for you. And that's it for this week. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you get some good cleaning done in your house this week. And thank you so much for listening. Please, if you would, it would make me really, really happy and grateful if you would leave a positive rating. I keep hearing that the ratings really boost how your show comes up in a search. And that would be really helpful to me and for others to find it. If you think this is worth, others finding it, if you like the show, I'd really appreciate it. You don't even have to put words. It's super easy to even just scroll down if you're using iTunes. I'm not sure about the other platforms, how easy it is to rate. But in iTunes, you can even literally just scroll down and click 5 stars, and it's that easy. You don't have to go anywhere special. If you're gonna write a review, I'm not sure if it's as easy, but I think it is. I think it's in the same spot. But even just the 5 stars would be super helpful to me. So if you're up to doing that, that would be much appreciated. And also, don't forget, if you'd like to send me a message or leave me some feedback, we have a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Lola'sFrugalLife, and you can send me a message there or like the page to follow the posts. The posts on there are mostly the recipes from my weekly meal plan. And then we also have a private listeners group, which is lolasfrugallife.com/ I'm sorry. I can't believe I just said that. I hope I didn't say that in the previous one about the Facebook page. The user group is facebook.com/groups/lolasfrugallife. And you could submit a request to join. We have a nice group forming in there, and we talk about things that are relevant to the topics on the show. And I'm starting to just kind of share other things that I'm enjoying at the moment that I think might be relevant to the listeners. So that would be really great if you'd like to join. Go ahead and submit a request and I'll approve it, usually within a day. I try and check it every single day just to see if there's been any activity or if anyone's looking to join. So that's that. Again, thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a really awesome day.